Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Give honors to the elder apostles of GMS, in whom the truth resides. Peace and blessings be multiplied to Joachim that's out here preaching his truth from the four corners of the earth for the love of the gospel. And you Aquath that's been learning in silence and being blessed, whatever Yahweh Shai may find your hands to do. All right, this is Qam YASHARAHLA, GMS, Indiana, / Indianapolis camp. I want to go into 2nd Ezra 16:1. But first, I want to get this protest that jumped off this morning. Well, it probably was last night, but I guess it was posted today. Let me play a little bit of it, and we'll get into some scriptures.
Welcome to the Real News Network. I'm Greg Wilpert in Arlington. Masked men, riot police, and other forms of state repression are currently being used against protests in Egypt. But the protests continue and are entering their second week. It actually looks like the repression of the protests is only fueling them. The person who is said to have launched this latest wave of protests, Muhammad Ali, who is based in Spain, called on protesters to gather not only in Tahrir Square in Cairo, but also at the pyramids of Gaza, among other locations. With thousands arrested by the police and an unknown number of protesters injured or perhaps even killed, authorities demand that hospitals provide information on the injured protesters that are receiving treatment so that they can be arrested in the hospitals. Also, Alaa Abdel Fattah, who is one of the leading symbols of the 2011 Tahrir Revolution, was recently arrested. On Friday, thousands participated in a demonstration in support of President al-Sisi. Al-Sisi himself attended the demonstration and responded to accusations of corruption made by the demonstrators against him.
This is an image being painted as was done before, comprised of lies and defamation and some media working to present an image that isn't true. We're really strong. The country is really strong. Strong because of you. Why? Because of God. And because of you. So don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything. Don't worry about anything.
All right, with this protest happening in Egypt, okay, we got another one. Because, man, things are ramping up, man. These times are, this is Matthew 24 all over, man. Okay. And this is, that was in Egypt. And this one here is in protests in China.
Chaos in Hong Kong Tuesday. One young man shot by police
like
in the
Hong
chest
Kong.
with live ammunition. The first such injury in 4 months of demonstrations. Across the city, violent clashes broke out as authorities attempted to disperse pro-democracy protesters. In Twin Mun, batons and shields were not enough for riot police, forced to retreat into district headquarters. In the Admiralty District, tens of thousands took to the streets bearing symbols of mourning, declaring Tuesday a day of grief to contrast with the 70th anniversary celebrations taking place on the Chinese mainland.
It's a black day for us because many people get injured in the past 4 months. Yeah, we have the right to march, and I don't know why the police just come and stop us every time.
Symbols of Chinese National Day festivities and President Xi Jinping, a common target of demonstrators. Their movement, begun as opposition to a now shelved extradition bill, has since expanded to demand an independent investigation into police brutality and popular elections for a government that is increasingly falling under Beijing's control. Outside the British consulate, protesters called on Hong Kong's former colonial ruler for help.
Honestly, I think that it is very, very difficult for us to get a step closer to success. And in this case, I would say that it is actually something that is a historical and a legal responsibility that is actually rests on the shoulders of the UK.
Meanwhile, government officials and the city's pro-Beijing elite joined a closed-door flag-raising ceremony to mark China's anniversary, as the city's number 2 official denounced what he called radical protesters who are threatening Hong Kong's social order, safety, and economy.
Man, it looks like America. They all in suits and shit. Right, man. So, man, so things are heating up, man. And It's just a few more things that needs to take place, man, for this thing to be all over with, man. Like I said, Apostle Tahar deemed this year as the year of Kharagma, which, like I said, there everything is actually in place for the chip. My job, we just had a new kiosk put in for our lunch, and this new one, well, the one we had, it was it's all everything is RFID ready. We scanned to get into the building, to get into our to get lunch and stuff, man. What the new kiosk they put in has a fingerprint recognition. Okay, so you don't even have to really use your card no more. Because it knows you. You're already logged in to the computer at the job. Okay, all right. Let me get this in. Wait a second, Ezra. Okay, yeah. Start at the top. All right, this is 2 Ezra 9:1. He said, and he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world. All right, and we know about the magnitude 7 point something magnitude earthquake that was hit over there. I think that was it Indonesia? I'm not sure about that. It was because that was out a few weeks back. But we've been hearing about these diverse earthquakes in different places. All right, and you see those two upwards, those two kingdoms. One is Egypt and one was Hong Kong. I think that was China. I think he made a mistake. He said Hong Kong. I think that's China. Okay, because China is having an uproar over there. Okay, and yeah, man. So we seeing these things come to pass, man. That's how we can measure the time, man. And like I said, the RFID chip is in place. Only thing they have to do, they're still in the mode of allowing people to get it voluntarily, right? So really, because they're making everything so convenient, man, that people are gonna want to get this chip, man. Because it's like I said, because out of convenience, how many people lose their keys to their cars, or leave their wallets, or lose their ID. That's the main reason they're gonna tell people to take it, because of identity theft. That's why they're pushing that so heavy. All right, I want to go to Matthew 24. Yeah, man, because man, we don't have long. It's like it. Start at the top. Okay, I'm going to start at 2. Well, start at 2. All right, Matthew 24:2. He said, and Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, that there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. He said, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privily saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the signs of thy coming, and of what end, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. All right, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, right. So we're seeing all these things come to pass, and I wanted to get. Well, I ain't got to get it, but it's a guy in I think he's in the Philippines. He's proclaiming that he's the Christ. He's the second coming of Christ. I think and there's another guy in India is proclaiming the same thing. And the guy that's in the Philippines, he's got a large following, and they interviewing him, and so that's like 2 or 3 people already. You know, it's a few that's out there, but the main one is going to be when the Blue Beam Project, when they actually shoot that hologram in the sky. This is one of the reasons why they're shooting the barium oxide from the chemtrails, because that's going to be the ultimate one, because they're trying to follow scripture. I'm saying every eye should see him, and when they do that hologram in the sky, you will be able to see him. Every eye will see him, you know, and that's going to be like the major catch to get people to take the chip. Okay, all right. Yeah, so he said, "Be not troubled, man." So what? The men of the Lord is out there on the highways and byways is not going to be troubled, all right? Because we know the things. We're the prophets of the Lord, so we're the ones out here prophesying the downfall of this place. Okay, let me get this in Isaiah. So we can't be troubled, because man, we're the reason why we're preaching this kingdom down. All right. It's like, yeah. All right, this is Isaiah 30. Start at verse 20. He said, "And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of it." Oh, slucky. That's not what I wanted. All right, this is Amos 3:9. He said, "Publish in the places at Ashdod." It's like, yeah, go off some more. Slide here, right here. Okay, this is Amos 3:7. He says, "Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets." Right, and that's his men that's out here on the highways and byways, man. And that's why Yahweh Shai is using us to actually prophesy this kingdom down. That's why we're out here week in and week out, man, preaching the RFID chip. All right, preaching that the behavior of our people. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking heed to what the Lord is to what Yahweh Shai, man, is saying, man. All right, and we out here really, man, as an ensign, man. All right, and we don't care about the way people perceive us, or because he said set your face like a flint. You know, he said whether they hear or whether they forbear. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mangling the hell out of that scripture. Let me get something else. Okay. All right, this is Ezekiel 2. All right, let me get 2 and 6. Ezekiel 2 and 6. "And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words. Though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou doest dwell among scorpions, be not afraid of them. Be not afraid of their words, nor be dismayed at their looks, though there be a rebellious house." Right. So we get all type of people hating, hissing. Well, in the scriptures it would be hissing, but cursing, Matter of fact, we was at camp a couple of years back. One of the brothers in the camp, we was out in Chicago, and some Ishmaelites, man, hurled out eggs out of the truck, man, and it was kind of going down the street. And when they threw it, it hit the brother in the face and kind of irritated his face. So we some other brothers, man, got guns pulled on us. We actually got in some brawls out there. The brothers in Chicago, I witnessed out there, and we got in some brawls in East Chicago as well as our camp. Our brother, the brother Enoch, got some brothers jumped him at camp. So man, we get all type of we go against all type of adversities, man. I heard preaching this word, and this is the reason why a lot of these churches don't go out on the highways and byways, because why, man? Because it's dangerous out there, man. The Lord has set us forth, man. His prophets last, man. Because our people, look, they don't regard. We're revealing their sins to them, man. Okay. All right, and I'll keep going. Verse 7. He said, "And thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they hear or whether they forbear, for they are most rebellious." Right. So we already know that the Lord has sent us out to a rebellious house. He said, "I sent you out to as sheep going to the slaughter." All right, amongst ravenous wolves, man. All right, so we know what to expect when we go out there on the highways and byways, man. All right, and it's all for good reason, man. Because hey, man, we wasn't right at one time neither. All right, let's jump on up to Ezekiel 11, because hey, we was all at one time, man. We was all a rebellious house. But the Yahushua found through His grace, man. He found the apostles, man, to get this truth, man, and to pass it on. They're the apostles before them, and so on and so forth. All right, this is Ezekiel 11 and get 16. Okay, he said, "Therefore say, thus saith the Lord power. Although I have cast cast them far off among the heathens, and although I have scattered them among the countries, yet will they be to them as a little sanctuary, in the countries where they shall come." All right, and that little sanctuary is our part, is the different branches of the camps throughout the world, man. All right, and we're set as a little sanctuary, man. Why? To preach the downfall of this kingdom and to preach salvation into to the elect, man. The elect only. Now you got a lot of off-brand camps, man. That's out here preaching this togetherness, man. And that's not what we out here to do. Yahushua didn't send us out here to be together. Yahweh sent us out there. Actually sent us out there, man, for fishers, man. We're fishermen of men. We're out there to fish the elect only. The Lord said, "I'm gonna put the wheats at the tares, man, and let them grow together, and He's gonna sort them out." All right. So we have to continue to do our mission that Yahushua commissioned us to do, man. Wait, let me get It's easy to get sidetracked, man, because there's so much wickedness out here, man, especially in this day and age. These niggas out here they ain't giving a shit about nothing, man. They regard no regards for life, no regard. If they ain't got no regards for life, you know good and well they ain't got no regards for the Most High, man. All right, this is Isaiah 30 and 20. He said, "Although the Lord giveth you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed unto a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers," man. All right. So the Lord is gonna have us out there, man. We're gonna be preaching this thing to the end of the time, to the end of the kingdom. All right, Lord willing, man, that we are the men that we'll be able to see the missiles hit, because it's going to be a simultaneously event. when the missiles are released, man, Lord willing, we the men is beamed up, and we have to get to see these missiles hit this wicked ass kingdom, man. All right, because this place it was never built for us to be inhabited, man, to live. We don't have life here. You know, we work day in and day out, man. You know, come home. I don't care what type of job you got, man. There's never enough money. You know, and even if you do got a job, man, if you're making decent money, man, you know, you out helping your brothers that's out here hurting. All right, so you know, what is that? Habakkuk is like working and having putting the money in the bag with holes in it. All right, so we're not to live comfortable over in this place. This place was created for our downfall, man. This place was created for us to have this is our punishment. Okay, so we was never to come over here, man, to be well favored, to be liked, none of that. You know, I think I got one more. Yeah, because and Jake got it twisted, man. I was just watching about a lot of the celebrities yesterday. How they got all these $1 million contracts, man. The sports figures, you know, even some of the entertainers, man. And they get all this money, man, and they end up blowing it. Why? Because, man, you know, Jake is not he's royalty. Jake is royalty, but in this kingdom, we're not to live as royalty, man. All right. Even though they sold out to get those riches, man, and they don't know how to handle riches over here, man, because the riches are in this country is in this kingdom is wicked. All right, because you setting up treasures, man, with moths and the cankerworm destroys, man. All right, Allen Iverson, that dude was one of the greatest players there was, man. All right. And he squandered all his money away. Warren, what's the dude's name? Played for the I think it was Warren Sapp. All right, played for the he played for the Raiders for a little while. He played for a few teams. He broke. You know, it was endless amount of them, man. All right, this is Amos 7:9. It's in the high places. And the high places of Isaac shall be desolate, and the sanctuaries of Israel shall be laid waste. And I will rise again the house of Jeroboam with the sword. Wait a minute. It's like it. That's not what I wanted. I got Amos 3:7 already. It's like it. Slide, yeah. Okay, Micah 7:9. I'm sorry. Slack you. Micah 7:9. He said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and executes judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. All right, and that was us, man. Because, hey, we taking all of these afflictions, man, for a reason, man. Because we want to be glorified on that other side. We want to have them changed bodies, man. Plus, we want to see the enemy. I want to see the downfall of our enemies, man. All right? Because every other nation in this country, man, is not for us, man. No nation is for us, man. We only for our people, man. Even our people, man, hate us. We hate each other in this kingdom, man. So how much more we should be anticipating the kingdom, man? You know, so we us being out here, man, trying to live deliciously in this wicked ass kingdom, man, is off. It's hella off. You know, we have no say in what we do in this kingdom, man. Like I said, all our praises should be to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, and to deliver us. Deliverance is what we need, man. Okay. Yeah. So let me hit on this RFID chip and go to what's the name? Revelations. Because, man, ultimately, man, that's the goal of Esau, is to push that chip, man. That's what he's trying to do. That's what he's going to do. You know. All right. It said, okay. We're going to start at the top. And he said, I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled with the wrath of the power. And I saw as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over his number of the name of his name, stand on the sea of glass, having the harps of the power. It's like no, that's not it. For the okay, here we go. Looks like I was wrong chapter. Okay, here we go. Right, and this is his ultimate goal right here. This is Revelation 13 and 15. He said, he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that which many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that's what that beast is. That mark is the mark of that RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Not like it's Bach is saying, man, or IUIC. It's not no embargo. Okay, it's a physical action. It's an actual physical microorganism. It's a chip. Okay, and that word, like I said, when we have went over we have went over this 1,000 times, man. Mark is represented in the Hebrew as Koragma. That's what Elder Apostle Tahar named this year, okay, which means cut, man, to sever, okay. And you know, so and then you'll be breaking the one of the commandments anyway, man, because it says thou shalt not take no cuttings in thy flesh, okay. And the reason why we know that this is a physical mark, man, is because it's nothing else. It's nothing else that you'll be able to get, that you'll be able to use for money. Because if the money system is going down, Esau, you got to believe Esau has another way of having you to be enslaved. And the only way you can enslave you is with having something to enslave anybody. You got to have something that they need. Okay, and you enslaving people, man, you're gonna have to have control of them. All right, and this RFID chip is that mechanism that they're gonna use. All right, because you can, if you get the chip and you try to remove it, it's in line with I want to say cyanide. I don't think it's cyanide. I think it's something else. But if you try to remove it, it'll break and you'll die. Okay, so. Once you get the chip, man, it's all over with, man. You might as well really sign your own death certificate. Okay? All right, man, that was just a little quick excerpt, man. I hope your brothers was edified, the elect was edified. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, GMS, and whom the truth resides. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, that's out there preaching this truth in the four corners of the earth for the love of the gospel. Also, the few Aqua that's listening and learning in silence and being blessed, whatever Yahweh may find your hands to do. All right, Shalom.